Yeah, good thing there's box TVs, remember. If not, I like these late night combos that we have, bro. Oh, that one looks cool. What? Okay. I mean, might as well. It's fine. Alright. You trust me, right? What? Oh. Ooh. Yeah, bro. It's cool. We just check to see if that would look good first.
And how I make and do things.
I love it, man. I love it, man. By any chance, is there anyone you work under, say management or anything of that type of sort?
Give me 1 second, bro. What? Oh, which one? I don't know. We could use the H boy image over the chocolate thing, bro. You gotta use some else. It's too clear. You feel me? It's mixing in with H boy too much. You feel me? So, I don't know. If you have something to say, you actually. So sorry. Yeah. No, bro. We gotta do something else. It's too much H boy, bro. You feel me? You can do something else.
So I don't work under anyone right now. Not going to use it. I'm gonna find a different way, and I use DaVinci Resolve. But I think that basically answers your question in terms of my setup and how I make and do things.
I love it, man. I love it, man. By any chance, is there anyone you work under, say management or anything of that type of sort?
So I don't work under anyone right now. I guess in a funny sort of way, I would say I work under my patrons and supporters on Patreon and Ko-fi. Those are the ones that are Technically, my manager not going to use it. I'm gonna find a different way, and I use DaVinci Resolve. But I think that basically answers your question in terms of my setup and how I make things.
I love it, man. I love it, man. Under, say, management or
It sound like you going kill over. No.
Working on so I don't work under anyone right now. I guess in a funny sort of way, I would say I work under my patrons and
Should Chalky start a Patreon? I don't know. That type of content like that.
supporters on Patreon and Ko-fi.
So what type of platform is from a technological standpoint, what type of platform is Patreon? So is that a money-based subscription? Money-based what? Yeah. Man.
Those are the ones that are my managers when you think about it. But in reality, I'm my own. Boss. I mean, I don't make a living off of it. this, but I'm my own boss when it comes to making things. And like everyone
Why I didn't kill my taste buds? Mecca is asleep. Mecca has fallen into the eternal abyss.
says you're always your own worst critic. So when it comes to managing myself, I'm always looking at my projects and um and I have a lot of friends that will say, "Oh, use Adobe," like, but like, "Oh," I'd be like, "No, I don't like using Adobe." Like, they're just like, "Oh, just pirate it." I'm like, "No, like, I'm not even going to pirate it. Like, at least in my own terms of morals, if I don't like something, I'm not going to pirate it just to use it. I'm just not going to use it. I'm gonna find a different way." And I use DaVinci Resolve. But I think that basically answers your question in terms of my setup and how I make it do things.
By any chance, is there anyone you work under, say management or anything of that type of sort?
Yeah, Mecca has returned from the eternal abyss that is beneath us. I'm talking like I'm some boys, right? Some. It's 3 hours later, and I'm still eating this steak. Thank goodness, so we to kill animals and eat them for their meat. Not boy.
So I don't work under anyone right now. I guess in a funny sort of way, I would say I work under and supporters on Patreon and Kofi. Those are the ones that are technically my managers when you think about it. But in reality, I'm my own boss. I mean, I don't make a living off this, but I'm my own boss when it comes to making things. And like everyone says, you're always your own worst critic. So when it comes to managing
I'm just glad there's people that actually, you kind of support me enough to talk to me, bro. I really appreciate that. You guys are goats. Yeah. Of course, man. Shockey's always here. Raw.
Myself, I'm always looking at my projects and thinking, is this good enough? Did I really give it my all? Could I have really pushed something here and there? So, yeah, in terms of managing myself and my supporters that watch me are the ones managing my content.
Yeah, that worst critic mindset for sure comes into play a lot, man. I could be my own worst critic sometimes, definitely.
Hmm.
Are you involved? Have you been involved with any other artists that are in the industrial scene or anything of that sort? Like, for example, I know you've worked with Ultra Fox as well, who is also pretty big, pretty up there.
Mecca, bro, you made this stream so much fun for me, bro. Let me see. I say, I say, go with go with the second or third one.
Likes and turn back just because of what other people think. And I think that's a good trait to have nowadays. It's all easy to like something, and if it's weird or it's cringe or maybe it's a little bit different than what the mainstream likes, people can be very quickly to change. Work with is Lonely Goomba, really nice dude. It's one of those cases where when you really get to know someone, you get to see how we're all human at the end of the day, and you get to really appreciate and love the craft for people's work and videos, and sometimes even their personal lives, and just getting to know them. Um, I'll say I haven't worked with a whole lot of YouTubers, but I have spoken to a lot of different artists and creators that either make music. One of my friends, he makes really good music and the Sonic community and just in general. And then I have my other artists, like I would say, I'm trying to think.
My stream. I'm doing that. The song that like he gets really to, that song about hey no, play that again, play that again, play that again, play that again. I get those songs, you know what I'm saying? Those songs they were like amazing vibes, you know what I mean? Okay.
There is Miss Bidoof, aka Citrus. She's one of my main thumbnail artists. There's also Moontoon. She's amazing at art. There's who else is there? I'm feel bad because I'm forgetting, but there's a ton of great people out there.
I think there's one named David Tunes. Well, actually, I heard it's
Oh
pretty
yeah, David
up.
Tunes, he's great. I gotta start getting him in some more of my projects and stuff. But he's a good friend of mine. He's an animator, really great guy, down to earth. And it's like just because he's a cool and popular animator, he still hangs out with people like me and many others. Just because he's just a swell guy, honestly. But yeah, in terms of like artists and creators, those are kind of the people I talk and work with, and I plan on working with more in the future.
Pretty cool, man. How did you meet these people, by the way? In or out before? Did you meet them before you made before you made your art, or?
So for how I met these people, let's first has a way of like uh placing you where you never thought you'd be. So for instance,
I know where they're open already.
Kind of the people I talk and work with, and I plan on working with more in the future.
Pretty cool, man. How did you meet these people, by the way? In or out before? Did you meet them before you made before you made your art, or?
So for how I met these people, let's say, it's funny. The universe has a way of like uh placing you where you never thought you'd be. So for instance, a lot of my friends I just met online, honestly. But in terms, it wasn't like a oh, I just happened to like we were both in like the same server and we just started talking. Sometimes we would meet because it was a friend of a friend of a friend, and we'd hit it up and we'd talk in DMs, and then we're like, oh wow, we really clicked together. I think in the case for Ultrafox, it was just because like me and him have a lot of friends that share the same communities, mine and his. So it was kind of like naturally we just kind of became friends over time, just due to we were all our friends. We had friends that shared friends, which made it a lot easier. I think for Lonely Goomba, the funniest thing was that I started to get to know him actually due to a misunderstanding. This isn't a story I haven't said a whole lot, but I think like I first started talking to him because a couple of years ago I was like trying to join his Patreon, and I think I said something along the lines of like, "Hey, what if I just paid you like $10 and left because I just wanted to join for like 1 month?" But he misunderstood what I said and he thought I was just gonna like join and then dip where he doesn't get paid at all. I was like, no, so we talked about it over in DMs. I was like, no, 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 like I'm not trying to scam you. I was just trying to see, can I just like join for a little bit? And after we talked it out in the DMs, he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It was a bit of a misunderstanding." But even after that initial DM when we were talking and stuff, I think I asked like questions occasionally to him, and we kind of warmed up to each other to the point where I would say we're pretty good friends now. So it's funny when you meet friends, it's not always in the way you think you would. Sometimes it's just completely random, and that's how it was for me and all similarities than differences. We're both YouTubers and creators trying to just get our stuff seen and be unique and be our own person. And I think that's we really respect each other for that.
Yeah, man. Both of you guys are great. Both of y'all are great, man. You guys got to keep working together, man. I'm telling y'all. You feel me? Goku, Vegeta, bro. Sonic and Shadow, bro. I'm telling you, you guys are the ones to do it, bro. Do you have any form of clothing line available, merchandise that you are able to sell to your fan base? Where and how can they access your current products available?
So as of right now, surprisingly, I don't have any sort of merchandise. Mostly because I don't feel like I'm exactly ready for it. A lot of people say, "Oh, you can always start up and open up something," but I feel like doing it when I fully deserve to have something like that out. I don't want to just have a half baked idea or product out there just to push the people to be like, hey, your favorite creator has made something. I want to do something that I would like. When I tell people, like, if I were to ever make or sell something, it would have to be something that I would myself buy. Like, if I were to look at something promoted to people. So the only thing I do promote is my Ko-fi and my Patreon, which I usually link in my videos and credits and that sort of thing. I do plan to make something in the future soon. It could be maybe a little plushie or something. Maybe get some stickers out there. Fun little ideas like that. But for the time being, yeah, it's just gonna be Patreon and Ko-fi is where my main merchandise is, and I help people commission me for videos too. So that's basically it.
I got the sauce for the t-shirts, gang. You know, if you need me to help set up shop for you,